Hi guys, welcome back to Nick in China. I'm back on the bike, back due to popular demand. Well, one person asked me to do a bike video, so here I am. I'm going to take you on a little ride around the inside of Xi'an city wall today. A lot of people do videos, and I did a video biking around the top of the wall. It's probably the most popular thing to do in Xi'an. Is anyone visiting? That's a loud bike. So it's one of the most popular things to do in Xi'an, is to bike around the city wall. So I'm going to take you on a bike around the inside at street level and yeah, see what we can find. Let's get going. So this is South Street, by the way, and right in front of me, that is the south gate of the city wall. So we're going to begin here and go clockwise around the city wall. It's about 14 kilometers, if I can avoid these buses. Bit of an obstacle course, this, as you can see. All part of the fun of riding a bike in Xi'an. Anyway, as you can see, we're going to get onto a quiet road soon, because this little alleyway here is our road. So let's take a right. Again, for anybody who knows anything about Xi'an, or anyone visiting it as a traveller, probably not at the moment, but in the past, or certainly hopefully in the near future when travel reopens, this part of Xi'an, the south wall, is full of bars and hostels and cafes and stuff. Yeah, it's quite a popular part of the city. So as you can see, the city wall's huge, man. It's about 14 kilometers around, as I said, and it's about 12 meters high, I think. And like I say, it's on an angle that looks very tempting to try to climb. I'm sure a lot of people have failed miserably. Anyway, we're coming down to the next gate. There are, I've been told, there are 13 gates on the Xi'an city wall, one to represent each of the dynasties that Xi'an was the capital of China. The wall itself actually it dates from the Ming dynasty, like 1400s, that kind of era. But to be honest, it's had loads and loads and loads and loads of work done on it over the years. Most recently, in the 80s, it was heavily rebuilt, but they're still working on it now. The south gate, which is the main entrance to the city, even in the time I've been here, has had a lot of add-ons to it. Right, this is the second gate. This is Jiuqiu Gate. We'll have to do a little loop around here. Let's let this guy go. Right, let's get back into the road to our quiet little street. Right, as you can see there, those cars stopped at a pedestrian crossing. Amazing, right? That never used to happen. This is a new innovation in Xi'an. In the past, cars would just drive straight through. That's really noisy. Yeah, in the past, cars would just drive straight through, you know. But they brought the law down really heavy on those people, which is great, because I'm not a car driver in Xi'an. I'm a pedestrian and a cyclist. Ooh. Oh, this looks horribly dangerous. Okay, this is the little south gate, Xiaonanmen. Very unusual, this gate. It's the only one with one entrance, if you can just see that there. And let's keep going. Right, while I'm on this ride, by the way, I'm going to also tell you about a few other little things and give you an update of what's happening on the channel and what's coming up very soon, because I am now officially on my summer holidays for 2 months. So obviously I've got a lot of plans. Anyway, let's get past this gate first. This is Hangguang Gate. Getting a bit further towards the west, almost to the west of the wall now. Top tip if you visit Xi'an. Inside this gate, Hangguang Men, there is a museum inside the wall. And you can access it, the easiest way is from the top of the wall. So if you buy your ticket to go on the wall, you walk down a couple of gates to the west from the south gate. There's a little entrance on top, and you can go in there. And the museum's great. It contains the old city, the old gate before any refurbishments. It's quite nice. And honestly, it's always empty, very peaceful. The city wall, especially the south gate, is so busy all the time. Got to be one of the busiest parts of the town. But then there's this museum that no one knows about. Well worth the trip. Alright, we're just coming up to the southwest corner. So we're going to turn here and head north. God, that sun is brutal, by the way. It's about 6 o'clock at the moment, and it's about 34 degrees. So actually it's a little bit cooler than it has been, and Xi'an's been super hot recently. But man, it's still hot, the sun is brutal. Alright, and just like that, we're already at West Gate, one of the 4 main entrances to the city. Right, let's try and negotiate this. When in doubt, follow other people on bikes. They look like they're going left. Are they going left? Alright, we're in business. Okay. Right, so this is the West Gate. It's huge. Again, if you're visiting, nearly killed that guy there. If you are visiting Xi'an, the West Gate's worth a little look, I think. It's got a load of old siege, or rather replicas of siege weaponry on the top. For those of you who are into your military history, like me. Xi'an's so beautiful now. You know, when I first came to Xi'an, it was quite a dreary, grey city, to be honest. In the last 3-4 years, the local mayor just went on a crazy tree planting scheme to kind of beautify the city. And wow, what a difference it's made. It's so green everywhere now. There's just gardens and plants and everywhere. It's so lovely. It's made a big difference, and also I think it might have really helped the air quality, which has also improved a hell of a lot since I first came here. Because again, it used to be pretty grim back in the day, about 5 or 6 years ago. The air quality was terrible here, and now it's we still have our occasional rough day in the winter, but God, there's no comparison to what it used to be like. Some nice little street action going on here, little alleyways and stuff. Xi'an's developed a lot, and to be honest, like everywhere in China, a lot of modern development. Maybe a lot of the older, smaller alleyways and housing is gone, and big new apartment blocks have taken its place. But to be honest, for those of you who like those photogenic old places, there are still plenty of places in Xi'an. I think you just got to get away from it a bit and explore. Right, we're coming to another gate. I believe this is Xi'an Gate. And this is the last gate on the west wall before we head to the north wall and then heading back east. Nice and easy. Right, let's keep going. Right, we're coming towards, well, I think it's soon, I think it's just here. A Tibetan Buddhist temple. It's called Guangren Temple. It's the only Tibetan Buddhist temple in this entire province. Honestly, I've never been in it. Maybe I should. I think actually someone commented on one of my videos and said I should go here. I will in the future have a look. I think it's probably closed right now though. Anyway, we'll have a little sneak. I don't want to get off my bike though today. I'm gonna have a little ride. There you are. This is Guangren Temple, or rather the entrance to Guangren Temple. Some Tibetan white stupas outside. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. That's for another video, I think. A lot of people taking photos against this lovely red wall. Oh, I want to be in their photo. This is a lot of people. Let's have a look and see what they're doing. This looks crazy. Being waved through by an old man. That was about 30 old guys with cameras taking a photo of a sexy young lady baring her legs, nonetheless. Anyway, I am now on the north wall. Alright, here we go. Need to get around this again. Don't know how, there's no way through. Right, I'm going to do a little U-ey here, I think. Back onto the city wall alleyway. Uphill. As you can tell by the video, it's very flat in Xi'an. The whole city's really flat, to be honest, which makes biking very nice and easy. So what else is going on in Xi'an? Well, I had my second vaccine the other day, so I am fully vaccinated up now, which is great, because I'm going on my travels in a few days. At the moment, you know, I think I did a video, that my last video that China had done, I administered over 700 million vaccinations. That number is now way over 1 billion, by the way. I don't know, it's unparalleled. I mean, again, when it comes down to massive logistical operations, there aren't many places that are more, you know, well, basically are better at doing those things than here. Just achieving something on such a massive scale. Yeah, so the vaccination process is going really well here, and I am vaccinated. We still use our QR codes for transport, mainly only for transport, for like the subway or taking a train or something like that. When you're vaccinated, your green QR code becomes gold. I think that means I'm now invincible. Maybe. Anyway, so that's good. So all vaccinated. To be honest, a lot of my friends are also vaccinated now. It's just, you know, almost everyone's done it, which is great. They're not wasting time here, which is really good. believe this is the north gate of the city. I think. Let's have a look. Right, here we go. Yes, it is the north gate of the city. Right, I'm just going to bike in and around a little bit and then get back on my way. They're a little bit terrifying, these these on a bike, but I don't know. Somehow you just keep your eyes open, be aware that people might not stop for you. Always be careful if you're on a bike in China. Honestly, you are last in the pecking order. Right, back to safe places. So I mentioned I'm traveling, right? This will probably be my last. I might do another video before I leave in Xi'an. You never know. But I am free now for 2 months. Well, actually longer, until September. On my holidays, which is great. So I've got a few plans lined up. The biggest of which will be going to Guizhou province in southwest China. I'm going to go there early, well actually in a few days time, and I'm planning on, I haven't planned much about it, to be honest. I know quite a bit about the province and I've read quite a lot and I know some place I want to go to, but I haven't made an itinerary or a time frame or anything. I'm going to kind of wing it, see how it goes. If I like somewhere I'll stay, if I don't I'll move on. But I'm planning on spending, you know, at least 4 weeks traveling around Guizhou, which I'm very excited about, because I've been to a lot of places in China. It's a province I've never been to, and to be honest, it looks beautiful, very beautiful. So I'm going to go, and hopefully I'm not just going to take it to some boring tourist places. I'll try and get off the beaten path a bit, do some exploring, see what I can find. Very much looking forward to it. And I'm going to take, for this trip I've decided also I'm going to take my computer and all my stuff with me. So I'm going to try and edit videos as I go, because I really don't like waiting a month or so long without putting a video up. It drives me crazy. So I'm going to try and edit as I go, show you some nice places, see what's going on. Right, just coming towards the old train station in Xi'an. When I got here, this was the main train station. It's like, when I first came, it was quite notorious, full of like sketchy people, typical train stations. To be honest, now it's kind of quiet. They opened obviously the high-speed rail in Xi'an, in the north train station, which is like an airport. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, how I get across here. Let's have a look. I think I need to go down the road a little bit. So yeah, this is the train station, the old train station just in front of me. Haven't been there for a while. Like I said, high-speed rail takes care of all my needs now, rather than the old, slow, shitty ones. Train travel's great in China though. Like I said, Guizhou, where I'm going to go next week, is miles away, man. It's so far away. But I'm going to take a train now instead of flying, because quite frankly I don't enjoy flying at all. It's like the least, I love traveling. I consider myself a, you know, pretty regular traveler, but planes leave me cold. I hate that feeling. I don't like anything about it. Trains, however, awesome. So it's about a 7-hour train journey to Guizhou, the capital city of the province I'm going to, which is pretty good because I think on the old trains it was probably about 20 hours. Finally we reach the east wall, so all we're going to do now is head south and then follow the south wall back to the south gate, and then we're finished. It's quite quick actually. The sun is brutal. I just stopped for a quick drink of water there, and well, as soon as you stop and get off the bike, the sun is so hot on my back. Gates to negotiate. All right, there's my turning point. Look at this guy. Bit of a detour away from the wall. Heading back now. Right, East Gate. This place here, to my right, it's become really famous. It's new, and it's like for Shanxi local culture and cuisine and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just a tourist trap, to be honest. I've never actually been, but it's brand new and I don't know. Not my thing, but maybe I'll have a look someday. It has become quite popular of late. I think I messed up there. Too busy talking and not paying any attention. And there we go. Yeah, I'm totally wrong. That wasn't the East Gate at all, actually. This is the East Gate in front of me now. I think that was the Xi'an then. Xi'an Gate. Apologies. Even with a city that I know well like Xi'an, still make mistakes. Right, yeah, this is the East Gate. Again, it's probably the least refurbished of the 4 main gates, so if you visit, it's definitely worth a look. Empty road behind me. Unheard of. Look at these cars. What's going on here then? It's exciting. off-road that a little bit. So yeah, apart from my Guizhou plan in July, I've also got all of August free. Now, I'm playing with a few ideas here. Me and a few of my friends, we talked about this last year and we couldn't do it because of COVID restrictions, and I think now it's okay. There's a big lake in China, the biggest lake in China, in Qinghai. It's called Qinghai Lake. We were going to go there and cycle around it. It takes about 4 days, I think, 4 or 5 days. So that's an option in August. It'll be very hot. But it looks great, it looks like a beautiful part of the country. Other options I'm thinking about is Ningxia, which is a tiny, tiny little province in China, the homeland of the Hui population, Hui Muslims. It's one of China's ethnic minority groups. It's really close to Xi'an and Shanxi, this province. For those of you who know about Xi'an, there's a really large Hui Muslim population in Xi'an. I think it'd be quite nice to go and see, you know, their homeland as it's known. Looks like a cool place. I've got a real good buddy of mine who used to live there, and he has a lot of good memories of it. He told me a lot of nice things, so I think it'd be quite a cool place to go and visit. And to be honest, not a lot of people go there, I don't think. So maybe that's going to be my August option. We'll see. All right, back to the south wall. Almost finished this ride now. Just going to go down here, past a few gates, back to the south gate where we started, and then finished. It's a nice ride. You know what? I would recommend it. Even if you're visiting Xi'an, get a bike from somewhere. Even one of the kind of the public like shared bikes. They're not very good, obviously, but the road's so flat. It's not a particularly tiring thing to do. The most difficult thing today is actually the heat. It is seriously hot, but it's a nice ride. And I think seeing the city from up on the wall on the bike is really cool. But you know, down here there's a bit more life and a bit more action and a few more mopeds driving out in front of me without looking. Right, okay, we're coming to it's either Zhengguo Men or Heping Men. Zhengguo Gate or Heping Gate. I'm gonna say it's Heping Gate. Let me see. We get tons and tons of bars and cafes down here. Loads of them. Right. There's no sign, I don't know which gate it is. Never mind. Right, let's keep going. There's 2 more gates to go before the south gate. And then we're finished. Again, this whole part of Xi'an, the whole south wall, just inside the wall along this road, there's so much stuff going on. There's so many places to have a drink and to stay in, to hang out. There's a lot of life around it. I think most travellers, to be honest, backpackers and stuff, tend to, you know, find their way to this part of the city before anywhere else. Ah, that sign says Heping Lu. So this is a Heping Gate, Peace Gate. We're going to cross over this, and then we have 1 gate left to go. They're thick and fast along the south wall gates. There's loads of them. All right, let's go. Okay. Coming down to Wenchang Gate. So it's very noisy there. If you didn't hear that, I said we are coming to Wenchang Gate. This part of Xi'an for a long time was one of my haunts. You know, there was there was a bar around here called Vice Versa. It was probably the place I spent most of my time in Xi'an. It's a good little like kind of rock bar. Played good music, had bands on, my friends' bands and stuff used to play there. Very cool, and then it closed down. It has reopened, but I don't think it's quite the same as it used to be. Anyway, let's get across the street, shall we? Alright, we're in business. Right, loads of stuff around here then, so yeah, there's all sorts of action here. I mean, this thing to just over here to the right, that is the Beilin Museum. It used to be the old Confucius temple in Xi'an, now converted into a museum. It's called the Forest of Stele. It's full of big old stone tablets, amongst other amazing things actually. It's really worth going. It's basically all these stone tablets, they're called steles. They have inscriptions from all the dynasties in China, you know. It's quite a fascinating place. Some of them are super famous as well. There's one in particular, it's called the Nestorian stele, and it's from the Tang dynasty, about 700 I think, 700 AD, and it actually documents early Christianity in China. It's the earliest proper recorded document of it. So obviously it's pretty famous. Back in the day, I think 100 or so years ago, some European archaeologists stroke thieves came to try to steal it, and the local government here, they took it from where it was in a temple in the mountains, and they hid it in the Confucius temple. It's still there now. It's kind of cool. It's regarded, that museum, as the heaviest library in the world. Pretty cool, well worth a look if you visit Xi'an. And we are right at the end of our bike ride. I hope you enjoyed it, because we're just coming back. Right in front of me, that is South Gate, when we get past these pretty young ladies. Right, let's have a little cycle round. I'll bike out the gate, and then I'll say my goodbyes. This is of all these junctions on walls, this is the craziest one. So I'll keep the camera on in case something stupid happens. Hopefully I'll be safe. Right. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, I'm good. I think I'm good. Maybe I'm good. Right, if you remember, I biked down here at the beginning of my video and round up that street there, so I'm just going to bike straight out the city wall, say my goodbyes, and I will see you in the next video, which may well be in a different province. We'll see, unless I have time to do another one in Xi'an. Right, so that's it, straight out the South Gate, the traditional entrance to any city in China, the South Gate. Right guys, I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. All the best. Hit the subscribe button, share my video, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.